Hi everyone, I am back reading another poem from the Parents Tao Te Ching. I did already read chapter, or rather poem number 2, but sadly it only got recorded on IG, so I'm recording it again and I'll post it again and we'll see how it goes. So again, it's the Parents Tao Te Ching, which is a new interpretation for modern parents based on the old wisdom of the original Tao Te Ching. Um, and if this is your first video with me, just take a look at the first one. I give you some background and the preface and have a better understanding as to why this is such a wonderful piece of literature. So I'm going to dive right in with rereading poem number 2. And again, the way it works is William Martin, who created this book, has his version of the interpretation for the poem itself. Then he has some words of wisdom. And then, of course, I'll share my interpretation as well. So let's begin. Poem number 2. Take care with labels. When you teach your children that certain things are good, they are likely to call all different things bad. If you teach them that certain things are beautiful, they may see all other things as ugly. Call difficult things difficult. Call easy things easy, without avoiding one and seeking the other, and your children will learn self-confidence. Call results results, without labeling one as success and another as failure, and your children will learn freedom from fear. Call birth birth and death death, without seeing one as good and the other as evil, and your children will be at home with life. So that's the actual poem. And then here are his words of action or wisdom. Notice today how your children label things. This stinks. That's stupid. Don't correct them. Just notice and consider how they learned. Start today to teach a different lesson. It is tough not to be judging things all the time. I mean, from a survival perspective, we kind of do need to do that in order to discern what makes sense for our safety and what makes sense for us overall in life. However, it's good to just have the awareness to do our best to bring things to a place of neutrality instead of dividing things into good or bad, because it's essentially what we do. We divide things into what's good or bad. So if you can bring to a position of neutrality, there's a freedom there of letting go of judging things. Because remember, when we judge things, we also learn to judge ourselves. And the inner critic is a big part of what impedes on a lot of our self-esteem, for our children, of course, and for ourselves as parents. So it's important to just do our best to approach things with a sense of neutrality and love. And from there, discernment can be made, but without being judging and without just labeling things as good or bad. So a little bit easier said than done, right? When you see your child say things that are stupid, including themselves, really difficult not to want to correct them. But of course, the invitation here is more about being aware of how we word things. What do we say? How do we judge in front of our child? What kind of conversations are we having with our partner in front of our child? And the invitation more specifically is to bring a sense of neutrality. And I would always say bring love to it. So I hope that helps. See you in the next reading. Take care.